Hey guys, going to start a series called a muscle-less series. And ultimately what that means is anytime that you guys put pressure on the side of the shaft any kind of way, you're having to flex your arm, your wrist, your muscle. It's okay to have them, but the problem with it is that I want supple quickness, not rigid slowness. And the number one thing after all of the Zoom lessons that I've done and the membership videos and all of that, the average person, as simple as this is not getting this motion here because they turn the body one way or the other and they've tightened the arm and they tighten the joints. So golf club just works. This is a double pendulum and a golf club swinging. You have a left joint that moves freely around. And watch what happens when this looks like this. You can see the elbow is soft and soft. My right hand cocks back and soft, and you put them together. And that's all we're after. Okay. So once we get that feeling, then we just start putting the feet and legs to it to increase the speed because you have a more support post. All right. So we're going to hit 25. I'm going to hit some 25-yard shots and kind of show you. And you can use kind of the clock system if you want to, because ultimately, and this is like a 58 degree, and I can do this with any golf club, just the bigger the circle goes, the more distance it goes. But what I want people to understand is that I'm never trying at the top of the golf swing or any transition position, I'm not trying to ever hit or ever speed up, okay? I'm letting the support post and centrifugal force go and my hand and arm freely doing this motion, which is spinning my hand, elbow flipping over. And that's what makes a golf swing be a circle. See, this is how the elbows work, right? So you want to go to about 8 o'clock to about 4 o'clock. Now, I'll show you the left hand. You'll see that golf club with the wrist and the shaft is on my toe line. If I was to raise up, you'll see that it's the exact same motion that this is. If I lower back down, you'll see there's where the golf club is. So then on the other side, when it goes through, you'll notice this grip end doesn't do it right here and it doesn't go out. It literally just refolds, and the elbow, you'll notice, kind of refolds on the other side. And you can do this with the left hand only if you want to go to 8 and then to 4. And you'll see how the golf club rehinged on the other side. And here's this shot right here. So I've got it on my TV. So as you guys want to see me hit some shots. So it'll tell you how far the shot goes. This shot's going, that went around, say 50 feet. Okay, so I'm trying to hit it about, it's set on 25. Okay, so, and that's just with the left. As you guys want to practice, you'll see that I'm not really putting effort into the shaft with like hand, wrist, and forearm to go quicker and quicker and quicker. Okay, and I'm not making it a left hand motion. That's just something that people can learn to do. You can do the exact same thing where the golf club goes back to 8 o'clock or so and through to 4 o'clock. And then that will kind of look like the throwing motion, okay? But what you noticed is I didn't go here and then here. I'm just letting this feel like that it falls. So this is what I mean by muscle-less. And as you're learning to do this, what you're training yourself to do is to have the joints be passive. As I'm making this little walk-in motion, you'll see I put 2 of them together. Now, when you put both of them together, you obviously will start to double the distance a little bit. Why? So that one should be pretty close to about, so you see it's a little bit further, so that's 60 feet. So why did it go further? Well, because this joint is doing a backhand while the right hand simultaneously is making the underhand throw. And these are easily moving freely, not ever trying to put the golf club in a position. Far too many people, every single student of mine, in fact, is trying to move this golf club with too much tension in their hands. Okay. That's really where this comes down to. So if I have a muscleless golf swing, I have hands that are and fingers that are just placed on this club. So when I'm having it placed on this club, you can see I can go up to here and then just let it fall. And now I added a little more height to it. And you'll see that it goes up there 3-4 feet from the hole. Okay. I'm not doing anything. I'm not trying to square the club face up. I'm literally letting this swinging motion go. You can see I can even get the same kind of feeling with the two fingers, and the golf club is swinging freely. I think far too many people are trying to do something with this by putting pressure on the shaft. And I know every golf instructor means well, but anytime you start talking about P1s and 2s and 3s and 4s, you're trying to put a golf club in position. Well, to put a club in position, you're having to use muscle to do it. So if I'm here and then I'm like, okay, now let's turn my hip and turn my body, I'm putting pressure on this handle to try to put this golf club somewhere. It just doesn't have to be that complicated. So I'm just hitting these little 25-yard shots, and all I'm doing is going lazily from, say, about 8 o'clock. Now, the golf club's going up a bit more, if you notice, but my arm is somewhere around 8 o'clock. And you see it almost went in the hole. I'm not even, and you guys can zoom in, you know, it went 78.3 feet. Carried 74.4. I'm supposed to hit it 75. I sucked. Okay. So you see, and the club face squares up. A swing times itself. You give a kid in a swing set, you're going to swing like this, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's going to come right back down here. So all I'm getting you guys to do is let your arms hang with no tension. And when I do that, that's where my hand and arm hangs. So that's where your grip is supposed to be. That's how you place your hands on the club. So it's got to be down in the fingers. And you've seen all my grip videos, okay? So you can clearly see, look how easy this joint moves. And that makes a circle move, see? But if I do this and try to keep it tight and straight, that is no longer, that's muscle. You can see everything kind of flexing and firing, okay? So all I'm doing, every one of these shots, and you can, like I said, I can do it with just my right hand, but I'm not taking my right hand back and trying to throw it and cock my hand back and put pressure on the club. Even though I'm making this little motion, you can clearly see how that is. There's no muscle, there's no intention, there's no nothing. Now it's only going to go probably 60 feet. It went 56 feet, right? So why did it not go to 75? It's because I'm only using the one joint, two, and unwinding. So I didn't have the backhand power of the left hand. You've got to put both of them together, obviously, when your arms are hanging. So you'll notice that I can get up here right here to the top and I can just hang out. So I'm not doing anything. My hands are so soft up here, this golf club is just kind of floating, and it's just going to feel like it just falls. And my right foot just kind of rolls gently, and the golf club falls. And see, that ball went dead straight. And I'm sitting there talking to you guys, and I hit it up here, and you can kind of see a little bit slower, obviously, right? Because I'm just trying to get the feel of you guys, showing you guys how easy this motion can become. So, and I'll do the 50 yards, which I've already done 50 yards or so, you know, and that really is just kind of going more here and then letting it go. And then I make the same motion as I go 75, right? And anytime you want to test any of this kind of stuff, you can easily just go up here to the top and stand, and I'm in the same position that I would be when this golf club works in a circular manner. See, I can go right here and then bend over, and there's my golf swing. And I can stand back up, and that's where I'll be. It'll be a circle. So all I'm doing is just bending over. There is no up or down in the golf swing, and there's no straight line in a circle. So if I go straight back, I now had to create muscle tension in my arm to do this. I can't do this. See how easy that joint moves? So that's a swing. And if anybody and everybody just did this, one, I'd be a happy human being, because every single person then would be swinging in a circle, and a circle, and the golf club will swing on plane, and you don't have to really do anything, okay? But everybody that wants to try to hit the ball far, you start to going, you know, I got to push hard down into the ground, and it's all about power now, and I've got to try to, and all of that. And so what you're doing is you're making a golf club go back very, very, very linear for a long time, and then trying to create a whip. So you don't have to be that guy, okay? And I know that there's this pot guy or pot goer, whatever, okay? Love that he hits the ball forever. You're not him, okay? He's done that move, and I'm only going to answer it one time, okay? Only one time. You're not Bryson DeChambeau. You never will be, and you're not that pot guy or guy, okay? So he takes the golf ball back wide and creates this big whip and creates this gap and comes in down into here and does all that with a lot of speed and a lot of weight, okay? And he's carried that weight for his life. So he's got fast twitch muscle fibers, and he's an elite athlete as far as golf hitting the golf ball a long way. So don't try to be that guy, okay? All I want you guys to do is just live in this happy little double pendulum world here where you're swinging the golf club and letting your body be a support post here in the right leg. See, this is not that hard of a compound pivot to understand, is that when I'm swinging this golf club, I'm just supporting my weight on my right and then over here on my left. See, so I'm not, I want you guys to clearly understand that this is just a swinging motion. It always has, always will be. When I talk about the master move of the golf club, I'm just teaching you what the joints do in the range of motion. If you grip the golf club correctly, place your hand on the golf club correctly, and use this muscle-less feeling swing, then all of a sudden this golf club will easily go over your shoulder with no effort and over your shoulder with no effort, and the club face squares itself up, okay? So I'll do my next series on the 75-yard shots, and all that is the same thing, where it's going to go right up here to about 10 o'clock and right over here to about 2 o'clock if you're trying to use a clock system. Also from Newton's laws of physics and Galileo Galilei, who was on the boat and realized what happens with the lights that were on the side of the boat, okay? So when I take the golf club back to here, then it's going to come through to there. So it's going to go through the exact same distance on each side. So you don't want to go here and then all the way through, right? I had to use muscle to do that. Whereas if I'm letting this golf club just swing, then it's going to finish the exact same distance on the other side. So that's the clock system that you want to use, to where you feel the weight go freely from here to there. Let's see if I can hold one at the end. You guys can kind of see it. A little too far. All right. So why? Because it probably was a little bit too much speed up here, a little bit too much there. So I never try to hit the ball. I try to let this swing and pendulum create the whip. All right. This will be an interesting thing. Really, really, really want people to get better at this. You guys, love you all, but you try way too hard and think way too much. It's really not as complicated as all that. If you have just your hands placed at the club correctly and you feel the weight of the club swinging, then you kind of start to feel the rhythm and the pace through the feet. All right. I hope this helps. You can leave comments, like and subscribe. I really appreciate that, and it really makes a big difference in this channel. Going forward, I'll be going out to a lot of golf courses and be doing a lot more content, and I'll be playing with more people and showing you how all this works, hitting specialty shots and all that kind of stuff. So I got a Florida trip next week. Looking forward to that, and I'm going to be making tons and tons of content. It's a beautiful private resort out at Bonita Bay. There will be no rush, no pressure to have to hurry up and scurry around like I did at Monarch Beach. So sorry I couldn't do that in California. All right. I think that's it. arcadeswingking.com for a Zoom golf lesson, so I can try to teach you this smooth double pendulum action. And then my membership site, which a lot of people have questions on, and I'll do a separate video on that, exactly what you're getting. You're getting a lot of bang for your buck. You send me a couple videos a week. I diagnose it, do a voiceover, make a personal video for you. I have a personal chat button on there so you can chat me back and forth. I am 100% accessible and want to help you with your golf game. And that costs like $99 a month, which is like really kind of rather ridiculous, but I'm trying to give back to the game. So, all right, everybody have a great day.